Hi, my name is Steven, and I'm going to be working by myself on a project called Identity Interface. Basically, I'm going to be creating an interactive installment that presents the user with an immersive audiovisual experience by using modified face tracking software and a Max patch that I'm going to develop, as well as a webcam and Ableton and a mirror. I hope to create an environment where the user can manipulate audio samples and effects using their facial features and gestures. So this installation is going to work in two parts. The first part is going to be the users looking into a mirror and interacting with themselves. Depending on the exaggeration of their facial movements, certain sounds will be triggered and affected, and they're going to hear this in headphones that they're going to be wearing. The second half of this project is going to consist of another Max patch that is going to track the movement of when the person enters into the scene, and it's going to trigger a video recording of them that's going to play immediately after they exit the scene. This video recording will then be projected up onto the ceiling or somewhere in a large format for everyone else to see. So in this way, the user is going to be exploring their own self-image and identity by looking in the mirror and kind of interacting with themselves. And then in addition, once they step out of the scene, they're going to be confronted with this big video of them playing back what just happened. And so they'll be able to reflect on this image or this video in the context of everyone else and everyone else seeing it. This will hopefully make them question, how comfortable they are with other people seeing them in such a vulnerable position. So far, I've begun researching into the OSC face tracker and how it's going to work with both Ableton and Max. I'm going to be routing the messages from face tracker directly into Max, and then from there Max is going to send MIDI signals to Ableton. One resource that has been very helpful is Tom Hall's videos about face tracking and face recognition with OSC. By referencing his instructions and examples, I've begun work on a Max patch that should work with Ableton. So far I've had success with routing the UDP receive message from the face tracker app into the Max patch, and I'm able to send messages straight from the app to Max without the use of Osculator. I've also separated each of the gestures into their separate columns so that I can edit the parameters of each. Here's a video of me using the OSC Face Tracker app to control each of the individual parameters in Max, and so far it seems to be working pretty well. One problem that I have run into, though, is getting these messages to be effectively sent as MIDI signals to Ableton. In addition, the values of each of these messages need to be more fine-tuned so that they work specifically for what their intended sounds are going to be. Overall, there's still a lot more to be done. I need to finish gathering the physical materials that I'm going to need for this project, such as like the projector and lights. I need to figure out how to establish a secure connection between the Max patch and Ableton so everything can be connected correctly. And finally, I need to start working on the next Max patch that will trigger the webcam to record when someone steps into the scene.